Hi guys, welcome back to Let's Play More Writing Journal. Thought I'd just make that a little bit funny, but anyways. So last episode we were saying that the World Tree renews the energy so that life can continue to grow. Okay. This is also showing through other influences in my life, which is video games, and this one is Final Fantasy VII. The idea of the life stream, right? Basically, when you die, you're in that game. The body, your essence, your life energy gets returned to the life stream to create something else to be reused, and in that's very true of our own world too, right? Like I said before, I mean, it's different from actually like reincarnation, actually being reborn. Basically, what I mean is that the elements, the atoms, everything that makes up your body, it gets put back into the universe when, you know, you are deconstructed from what you are. You become your base parts when you die, and then that could actually, those atoms are used by everything else in the universe, right? So that's kind of what I mean by that. And that, I'm sure, in Final Fantasy VII too. It was not put that way, but it's kind of the same idea. Anyways, it's like Carl Sagan said. He was a scientist. He would say that you are star stuff. The elements that made you what you are were forged from the sun. But anyways. Alright, let's keep going on. I'm trying to think of... So, the World Tree renews this energy so life can continue to grow. And there's actually a life... I wouldn't say a life stream. I call it the flow. The flow. And what I mean by the flow is it's also different. I want to, like I said, I want to differentiate this from the life stream in Final Fantasy VII. The flow is actually in the atmosphere, whereas in Final Fantasy VII it was deep underground. So it is very visible to everyone on the planet. It's like a giant ribbon high up in the atmosphere. It's basically what seeds the planet with this life energy. Okay. Okay. So the World Tree reduces the energy, and the flow is what distributes that energy across the planet. So that's, I think that's actually basically pretty much it right now. I want to try and think of more to add. That would be interesting. Like, I think this is, I want to say this is at least, you know, decent to start with. But like I said, I like to flesh it out and go a bit more deeper. This is the problem that I have with myself. It just feels like the ideas aren't very interesting or original. Like I said, I've tried to put some original spins on it, you know, on some different ideas. But there's got to be more to it than that. Well, like I said, this is the basis, at least, a foundation, you know. Um, oh, okay, so now in stories you need to have that hook, right, to get the characters involved in the plot. That's what I'm trying to flesh out as well. For now, what I got is basically, I don't want to spoil too much, but basically the story is that hook is there is an organization trying to reunite the goddess with the tree to make her whole again. Right? I like that idea. Because it's not necessarily a malevolent goal, you know. They think now here's the part. Why are they doing that, right? Why are they doing that? That's a good question. Something that I'm also going to have to think on. I think I might have had this written down somewhere, because I remember thinking about this specific idea. Let me see if I do. There's some of my characters' names and stuff that I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna do a character study eventually. But for now, this is this. Okay, where is it? Okay, here we go. Alright, here's what I was... Okay, so this organization is abducting people to experiment and figure out how to pull out the essence of the goddess that resides in everyone. They want to try and reunite her with the part of herself that she gave up. They're trying to force her hand into restarting the world. If she's reunited with that lost part of herself in everyone, everything will die. Goddess is tempted into trying to... she might be tempted... It looks like I just... She's tempted to try into taking it back. Whether that is succeeded or not is yet to be determined. But okay, so why do they want her to restart the world? I would think that's pretty obvious. They don't like the world the way it is. That's part of my story there, actually. Okay. Let me just take that and put it in here. Actually, I'll copy it. What am I doing? I don't want to take it out of there. Okay. Okay, so they are doing that. They want her to restart the world because they are fed up with how it is now. Okay, now this might be a weak kind of plot point, and I'm kind of inclined to agree. It might need to be more fleshed out more too, but at least the basis is there, and I kind of like the basis simply because it speaks to me in that I there's a lot of frustration, especially in America right now, with how things are, just how things are, you know? And if you had the power to change that, wouldn't you change it? I think I would. Now, would you change it necessarily? Would it? Now, here's the question though: would it necessarily change it for the better? Maybe that's kind of like a something that might come out later, come about later on. And like I said, they might have done it for the best of intentions, right? They want the world to be better, right? So they're trying to force the goddess into making it better, right? They hope that if she is forced into restarting the world again, it would be a better place, right? And I know I'm frustrated with the way the world is and how it works, but that's just part of being human, right? Well, you know what? I think I'm going to stop it there a little early this time. I've been talking for quite some time, so I will see you guys later. Godspeed, stay frosty. See ya.